off, but I didn't know if you
All
did
right.
it on time.
So, Shae, thank you for being here again. I just want your thought and feedback on the 5 day podcast lead challenge that you attended and successfully completed last week. So, give me your thoughts, give me your feedback, give me tough love, anything you want to say about the challenge.
Well, I had no idea what this was going to be about, and I was absolutely blown away by the content, the quality of what you were sharing with us, the places that you brought us.
Mm,
I mean, it opened up my mind, um, connected more to, a way to reach out to the world. I have had dreams about this. I've been prophesied over this that I would be on stages. I don't do anything like normal, and I don't like the way that businesses are going. And I knew that I wanted to do something impactful. And what you brought me to was a realization of how I could do that through podcasting. I mean, it blew everything else away. I've been interviewing with a couple different coaches, and I do like what some of them bring to the table. Some of them say they can do this and they don't. I can see where what you've shared, first of all, how it has adjusted your perspective on yourself and the world, how it's opened things up for you. I've seen, and I see, who you are now is extraordinary. That's what I like to see, that smile. You got to smile more. You have a
thank you.
fantastic smile.
Thank you.
Um, it's, I mean, I've got so many things going on in my mind since then. Like, you just amplified possibility, and my mind has been going with, oh, I could do that. Oh, how about, and I see connections, even with my friend with the radio station, being able to reach out multidimensionally now, you know to have depth, to be real and natural. I tried that scripted thing. I remember someone had said something about that, and then you also said something, the scripting thing. And I mean, I see people do it, and I watch them. You can see their eyes, and they're like reading off, trying to sound authentic. And I'm like, that it doesn't work. It does not come through true. But doing something on a podcast, it's a conversation. And I said, if you reduce it down to the fact that it's a conversation from your heart to someone else's heart,
That's it.
it's the easiest thing to do. And isn't that thing that really connects us all anyway? Reaching out to each other. I hear you, I see you, I feel you, I understand you. I know where you're at. I was there, and I'm here. One, because I've had angels in my midst. I've had guidance. I had someone hold my hand, and I can do that for you too. Like, as live and in person as possible, through voice, through audio, video. You know, I think it's worth so much more to help someone, go from being afraid, afraid of the unknown, yeah, to saying, hey, I know, and I've got something that can help you. And even if they don't follow you exactly, you can have that conversation about, what does it look like to them? What is it that they need? You know,
Mm,
live and right there. They don't have to uh, email. Oh my God. And the delay, and texting, and the delay. This is instant. You can share something, they can take it, absorb it, like a Rubik's cube, turn it around a couple times, look at it from a couple different perspectives, and use it how they want to readily. So, this kind of live and animated kind of thing is way more natural for me. And I mean, I was blown away by the feedback that I got, but then also the conversation with the women, and even what Jaime said about his daughter. And
mm.
I never thought about guiding young people. I'm thinking, 17, 18, 19, 20, starting to date before they find the wrong people, how to keep themselves safe, how to, I wouldn't say judge, but assess people. Because, with the screens in front of everyone, there's so much facade going on. So how to really read people,
Yeah.
you know? I would say that there's signals people give off with what they say and what they don't say, what they do and what they don't do. So, happy, healthy people act and present themselves a certain way. People who are deceptive, they give off different signals and they act completely different. But if you don't know the difference, you don't know what to look for. You don't know what it is when it's presented to you. So making young women aware, but people who've been in relationship, you get worn out, you get exhausted from trying to figure it out. And, the whole group just gave me this amazing clarity on a few different things. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know where I should, start with this. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what this would look like. I mean, I'm all about health, and it went
Mhm.
from the abuse to cleansing the body to be receptive to saying yes to whatever is presented to them, following their passion, following their purpose, building the who they are better than before, and understanding how they can like find that niche and find that audience specific to what resonates with them and who they are. So, I mean, I'm kind of in that. I have a health program that's changed people's lives. And what I'm connecting it to is when people have trauma in their life, that energy gets trapped in the cells that are being generated at that time. So, doing a complete cleansing, not just as psychology says, your head, your emotions, all that stuff that's here, then you got to figure out what's in your heart, but nobody's really talking about what's in the body. Yeah, you might be overweight, you might be sick. And what people don't understand is that sickness is attributed to what's happened to you and what you're still hanging on to.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely. Wow. Very powerful. Thank you for sharing. I can't wait to see you. I'm super excited to see you launch your podcast to share your gifts around you and around the world, because ultimately that's why we are here for, to share our gifts. It's not about me, it's not about you, it's about our gifts, our wisdom, our knowledge, our experiences, our expertise, to share them with others. And from my experience, podcasting is the best way to do so, because it allows you to connect heart to heart. When you speak from the heart,
Mm-hmm.
not from the script, not even from here, but from here, that's where the
Mm-hmm.
magic happens. The entire week I was just talking from the heart, sharing my story, my expertise, what I learned, my gift, and provide a space for others to do so, to do the same thing. And it was a beautiful. Honestly, I did not want this week to finish, even though I was staying most night till 2 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 6 o'clock to get ready, because the calls for me is in the early mornings, and I would never
Right,
finish
right.
because it's only me in my first challenge. But I would do it again because this is so
You
much
did an
fun.
amazing job, I have to tell you. You're a natural at this, really.
Yeah.
If you were nervous, it didn't come across. If it was something unfamiliar, it didn't come across. You were just relaxed and you carried it all very well.
Thank you, thank you. I was nervous in terms of, I don't know, because it was my first time and I felt I was not prepared for it. I wasn't nervous about what I could share because I've been doing this for 2 years, 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
But all the things that goes around to make a challenge successful. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I wasn't
The
ready, and
framework,
at the
right?
end, yeah, I had a coach me, and she was keeping me accountable and all that. But even then, I said, listen, it's only me. I still don't have an email follow up. When you sign up, you don't have an email. You're
I
supposed to
love
send
you
an
for
email.
that because neither do I.
You're supposed to send an email when they register every day, nurture them, and then send them an email 24 hours before the next call, 12 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours.
Can I tell you something honestly?
Yeah,
I love the way you did it, and I really think that you should set the precedent about doing it differently because I cannot
yeah.
stand. I get 3,000 emails a day. I
I
have
same
seven
here.
email or to ten emails, I think now. I created a couple for the overflow. I'm like, I don't even want to go into that email because it's just all scam and spam stuff. So I love the way that you did it because
Thank you.
most of us have our phone in our hand and we're going to go to text, we're going to go to
Yeah.
Facebook that way. I think it's brilliant. I mean, honestly, I think you should start a whole new mission
Mm,
about that. And I understand people say, Facebook crashes email, blah, blah, blah. I'll be honest, I don't look at any of the email I get from people. Like if I'm
same
going
thing.
into an offer, if I feel really inclined, I will follow them,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to reach them through email. I'll follow them on
Yeah.
media. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I don't know. I think we should start a tsunami. Let's start a mission.
I
Let's start a
agree.
movement. We're not going to do email. We're boycotting.
I check email
We're going to
once
do
a week.
everything through the platforms.
I check email once a week, and I have like literally I have like 69,854 unread email. Good luck.
I love you for that. I'm
I'm
not
not
the
gonna be
only
able
one. I don't.
to catch up, you know? It would take
And
me
you know
the
what?
rest of
By the
my
time
life.
you catch up, it won't matter anymore. And
Yeah,
why would you, why bother when you're moving forward in what you're doing anyway?
exactly.
I,
Exactly.
I, I
So,
I figure don't chase things, right? If
yeah,
someone wants to be in your presence and you want to be in
exactly.
their presence, it happens organically.
Absolutely. Remember what
So for whatever
Mm,
it matters or not, I'm not going into that email thing if I don't have to. I mean, if someone wants to
me,
manage it for me, go ahead. But
absolutely.
I'll have to get to that point where I can hire somebody to
Exactly.
do it because it's
Eventually.
just not my thing. It drains
All
me. It's
right.
just boring.
Absolutely. One last question about the challenge. Is it something that you would recommend to others? Because I had so much fun. I can't wait. I'm already planning my next
I
challenge in
did.
March.
I did.
Oh, wow.
I did recommend it to others. And I had someone, as you know,
Yes.
Frank came on and I wasn't sure. I just, again, I put it out there. You decide what value it has.
Mm.
And he didn't make it for the first night and he was frantically trying to figure out when it was. He was an hour after because he's in Central Time, I'm in Eastern Time.
Oh.
He had the time wrong the opposite way. So I got to him and let him know, and he's like, he was on it. And I know that he was inspired and intrigued because he's been doing a podcast just connected to Facebook. He
Mm.
has a following, but you amplified what he can do with that. And I think it would be good for you guys to talk to each other.
Absolutely. I will reach out
He
to him after this.
educated me to set it up, but I think I like the way you're doing it,
Mm.
much, much better as far as the ease of setting it up and making the connection right away. His was a little more work. And I
Mm.
appreciate the mechanics that he goes through, but I think you could help him.
Yes.
He's an amazing man. He's got a wonderful story. And I think the two of you would gel really well.
Absolutely.
He's a very heartfelt person, and he's on a mission with his mom behind it.
I will reach out to him today and ask him to get on a call with me and meet and greet to get to know him and even come share his story. And if I can help him, I'd be honored to do so with this podcast.
I'll prepare you. He, like you and me, can talk, so he's not
Absolutely.
shy at all.
Absolutely.
Very intelligent man. So I wanted to ask you your opinion on something
Let me first
myself.
stop the recording here. Thank you very much. All right.